Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Got a really cool install for you all today because I was able to get my hands on the brand new wide angle Photon rock light kit from OPT7. Has some really cool stuff that I haven't seen done too often. So let's go ahead and get to opening it up and I'll show you what it's got. So right off the bat, you guys know that I love working with OPT7 because they have such super high quality stuff and it's super easy installs. So it's really a win-win. It's definitely super approachable if you're trying to get into automotive lighting. Then, unrelated, but they have some nice packaging. So there's a good amount of pieces to this kit, but I'm gonna try my best to show you everything and what they do. And they actually come in individual little boxes. So you've got 3 boxes, 2 black ones and 1 white one. So this is what the rock lights look like. You can see it has the OPT7 logo on it. It's curved, so it looks really, really high quality. It also feels it. It's very thick. It's made out of metal. And it also has this plug on this other side. That's basically how you're gonna connect all the wires together. This kit comes with 4. You know, you can never have too many of these. You have a set of fuse taps, which are definitely my favorite way to go about installing it because it makes powering it super, super easy and you actually don't mess with too much. You have some adhesive pads in case you wanna go a little bit more casual with an install and just kind of stick it on there. Super heavy duty stuff as well. You also have a set of magnets that you can use to install it, which I'll admit I've never seen before, but it's a really cool idea. They're super sturdy as well. You have a set of screws, wires to connect it to power and ground. Then you also have the cigarette lighter in case you want to go for more casual install. In the next box, you'll find 4 very long extension wires to basically be able to reach all the areas of the vehicle, and a bunch of zip ties because you can never have too many, and this will help secure all the wires so that they're not hanging down. And you can secure the wires to various mounting points underneath the vehicle. This white one, we have the module as well as the remote. So basically you can control all the colors through this, and this connects to all the lights and basically tells them what color to change to.
So you can see everything all together. You have the easy remote, the tiny magnets, the cigarette lighter power supply, the control box, fuse taps, mounting screws, hardwire power harness, VHB double-sided tape, zip ties, 10-foot extension wires, and of course your rock lights.
So coming under the hood, you can see we have this panel right here. It says fuse relay center, which is a fancy way of saying fuse box. This is where I'm going to be connecting it to power, and all you really need to do is use your fuse tap, plug it into here, and basically you're gonna run the wire underneath all basically this mechanical. You're just gonna get it to the bottom of the engine bay. You're gonna pull it underneath the vehicle. Then you're just gonna position the lights in the wheel wells and just tuck up all the wires. That's literally it. It's really that easy. The hardest part is just getting the wires and everything underneath the vehicle, but if you have some clearance, it shouldn't be too bad. So with the fuse tap, essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna remove the fuse from power that you wanna use, and you're gonna put it into this housing. As you can see, it has an extra opening there. That's where you put the fuse already on the vehicle. Then you plug this piece into where the fuse originally went, and that's how you're able to send power to both pieces. Then for this piece, you're really just trying to make a ground. So I would suggest if you can find a little screw in your engine bay somewhere out of the way that's holding onto metal, probably easiest thing to do would be undo it, put this in between there, and then just screw it back in. You'll have that contact to make a good ground, and you'll be good from there. Next thing to do is take your module. You're gonna get this end right here that has a single plug, and you're gonna plug it into your power source cables. You're gonna have these 4 extensions on the other end, so you're gonna take your extended wire, and you can see the pattern right there. There's also an arrow right here that lines up with this little divot in the ring. You're basically just gonna line the arrows up and push it together. Then on the module's end, you actually have this little lock, which will twist into position. You can twist it tight, and you're securing your cables like that. You do that for all 4 wires, you drop them down the engine bay, and from there you can get to positioning all the rock lights. Now I refer to this as a module, but the technical name is the control box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some double-sided adhesive right here on the bottom. I'm gonna place it right here on top of the fuse box. I have all the wires basically running underneath here. So this will be an easy way to kind of keep it together. This kit comes with 5 of these adhesive pads, so I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna make sure to give it some force so it'll stick properly, and I'm also gonna give myself some slack with these wires to the left, just so that I can remove the fuse box cover when need be without actually having to mess too much with the wires. Alright, so now we've got the wires coming to the underneath of the vehicle. Now what I'm gonna do is set up the rock lights, put them in each fender well, and we can go ahead and get to connecting them. So you have 3 different ways you can mount these and all the hardware included for each. So you do have just these little openings that fit a screw, in case you just want to do just normal screws, screw it to the metal and be good like that. You also have the double-sided adhesive method, which all the adhesive comes with it. There you just stick it firmly into place, but what I'm gonna do right now is use the magnet method. So it comes with these little magnets. You can see it has this little threading right there. So you basically put this in position with the hole, you hold it in position with one of the supplied screws, and then it should come out just like that. Here's a little close-up of the screw. You can see that they hold their position really well, and from there they actually just become a really solid piece of the rock light. So you can just literally just, there you go. And if you want a strength test on the magnets, you can see this is just one side holding up this can of spray paint. If you want to do even more, you can definitely add the double-sided adhesive to the underside of this. You'll also notice you have this cutout right here. That's so basically you can put the wire through on either side and have it be entirely flush. So basically you don't need to worry about the wires getting in the way of anything. Now theoretically, you can position these wherever you want in the wheel well. Main thing that I usually go for is I usually try to do it directly above, kind of like having that seamless look. You can see it here on the camera. but you really won't be able to see that even this low to the ground. I don't know if you can see me. So I think that's where I want to keep it. Here's a little close-up of what it's going to look like in the wheel well. You can see each magnet on each side, and it's definitely holding its position really well, so definitely happy about that. Got them all in position, so we can go ahead and start plugging them up to the wires. It's the exact same way as you connected these extensions to the module, so it should be pretty easy. You just got to spread it throughout the vehicle. So we now have everything all plugged up. Wires still need to be buttoned up though, just to be out of the way. Go ahead and get to connecting our ground. And I found a single stray screw right here. I'm going to use that for my ground, being that it's connected directly to metal, and basically just screw this end to the firewall. And now you have your ground. Now that I've got everything plugged up and working properly, all I need to do is get back underneath the vehicle, secure all the wires in position with zip ties, and hopefully it'll get dark here soon. Just ignore the fact that I'm missing a bumper and just check out this actual mode that the lights have. They're just basically cycling through all the colors. It looks really good. It has a really nice glow to it. You can see just like here on the floor, it's actually casting a lot. I'd say that's probably about a good 7 feet that you're getting just in this direction. You probably get more depending on the light situation. I do have some lights out here, but nonetheless, this is actually really solid, especially for having just these single little lights, because they are in a radiant arc, so they can actually project very far. And the more clearance you have for the light to come out, the more you'll actually see the light spread throughout the floor. It is a little darker out here, so I'm trying to give you guys some light so you can see what the remote actually has. S, I believe, is for speed, and then M is for mode, so you can actually adjust the modes. So this mode right here is basically a pulse between the colors. You can slow it down if you want to, give it a nice transition, or speed it up if you want it to have a nice little party effect. Next mode is more of a flash. Then you have a red, green, and blue pulse. Same pulse, just adding more colors. Solid red pulse. Green pulse, blue, purple, yellow, aqua, white. Then you have a flash with red, green, and blue, and a much quicker cut between the colors. This one's basically just jumping all the colors. Flashing red, flashing green, flashing blue, flashing yellow, flashing purple, flashing aqua, flashing white. And this one's probably my favorite because it has the most casual transition, just slowing it down. Right there. This one's probably where I'll keep it. I do like the gradual effect of going through the colors, or just going with that nice aqua. I do think that goes really well with the color of this vehicle. And it looks really good because honestly this projects very far onto the ground, and obviously you can adjust where you want your lights. Mine are directly above the wheel, so they're gonna shine a little bit more specifically there. But here's the thing, it's really hard to actually get to see it. But that's more specifically how I want it. I want it to be kind of something that's more just like a casual glow as opposed to something specifically you see. I think these lights are perfect for that. There's definitely a lot of really cool features about this kit. Obviously OPT7, you get really high quality stuff. One of my favorite things is you actually don't need to worry about screwing anything in if you don't want to, because you can just use the magnets for the install. Each LED pod is actually encased in an aluminum alloy, so it's definitely really sturdy, and it's also waterproof, so if you do want to take this thing off-roading, you definitely can without having to worry about much. As you can tell right now, the vehicle is off, but depending on the fuse that you use or how you actually power it, you'll be able to do the same thing, because that's kind of the desired effect. You don't want the vehicle to always have to be on just to turn these things on, but it does give the vehicle a really nice custom factor. But definitely still need to add the bumper and get some new wheels and tires, just to kind of, finish the look, because it's definitely going in the right direction. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your week.